Things change. Where there used to be my favorite after-hours club, now stands a condo. Where local gays used to congregate on some village steps to socialize, now stands a bank. Where I used to party hard at all hours of the night, that has now been replaced with me ordering Uber Eats and snuggling up with my pup to watch a movie. Things change. And pride when you're over 40 is no different. In fact, it's probably the best way to highlight how things have changed. This video is not about, poor me, everything is falling apart, I'm so sad and tired and old. No, this is about pointing out the differences of how I experience things now that I'm in my 40s versus my 20s. And hopefully, maybe, you can relate. And if not, you can just make fun of me. Now, I might not be having as much play as I used to, but the play that I do have is curated and more enjoyable than ever. To see what I'm talking about, you can check out my OnlyFans page linked through my website, found in the description below. Enjoy. Pride. It's loud, it's colorful, it's hectic. Did I mention it's loud? Let's start with the music. Music in my 20s was so important to the experience of Pride. I knew all the songs, I knew all the DJs, I knew all of the remixes, the Hex Hector 12-inch tribal jungle mix. Songs had like a 12-minute intro before it even got to like, you know, the singing diva belting out the tune of the summer. That's the other thing. I knew exactly what the song of the summer was. Knew those artists that were specifically doing the dance songs for the dance floors that were remixed by the DJs of the Victor Calderones and the Hex Hectors. Music was an integral part of the whole experience. The louder, the better. I remember going to parties and like getting as loud, as close to the speaker as I could. I remember dancing on speakers to feel the vibrations. Now in my 40s, music, when it's too loud, is so annoying. Like, it hits you the wrong way, and it's just annoying. And it's true for anywhere. If I'm in a restaurant, if I'm in the car, if I'm at home watching TV, it's too loud. Like, I want everything to, which is funny because I thought as you get older, your hearing gets worse. Like, people are like, what? And getting hearing aids and stuff. But it's like, I feel like I'm more annoyed by loud music and stuff when it's probably at the same decibel level as it was in my 20s. And there's also, because I'm over 40, and I'm not high, there's less dancing. So when I'm at these parties and the music is pumping, it's gotta be my song. It's gotta be a song that I really want to dance to. It can't just be anything the DJ is throwing out there. Now I'm very specific. If I hear something that I like, I will hit the dance floor and I will dance. But if it's music that I'm like, meh, or it's like, yeah, it's good, it's okay, it's whatever, I rather stand on the outskirts with my friends and chat and talk about, you know, probably the hot guys that are dancing close by, or, you know, the guy over there that you used to date and you're trying to avoid. You know, it becomes a little bit more social. That is, if you can talk at all, because of the sound is so loud. Why is it so loud? Why are you yelling at me? And the other thing is, I don't really know the songs. I love going to a party that plays the old school stuff because I feel like that's where I am. If you're playing 90s, 2000s music, dance music, remixes, circuit party stuff, I'm going to know it. And then that's going to get me excited and get me more likely to be on the dance floor because I don't know the music anymore. I'm watching, you know, the award shows, don't know anybody who's getting awards, unless it's like a Dua Lipa or something. I don't live in a cave. And also that goes for the DJs. I don't know the DJs either, which, you know, I would go to parties excited to see the DJs. Now, who are you? Unless it's, again, like an old school DJ that I'm going to know. Then I'm extra excited because I'm like, oh my God, you're still alive. Let's be honest, music is a big part, but it's not the only part of Pride and Pride events. So let's talk about the parties. So in my 20s, as I mentioned, I was a circuit boy. So Pride for me was about doing those parties, usually Thursday through Sunday, Thursday night, Friday night. There's one Saturday day, Saturday night, Sunday day, tea dance, Sunday night. By Monday, I mean, there's a recovery party, but you're probably, if you're not, you know, hospitalized by that point, you might crawl to the Monday party. But that's what it was. And those were the parties in my 20s. I've got my Ambien to go to bed to go to sleep afterwards for 4 hours and then wake up, still be high, and then go to the next party. I was awake at night, I was sleeping during the day. Now that I'm in my 40s, I'm more picky with the events because there's a been there, done that awareness that comes with age. I don't get high anymore, so I'm not necessarily going to choose those after hours parties. Once in a while if there's a DJ or something that I enjoy, but that's not the priority. I've kind of diversified my portfolio. I go to way less events, first of all. I don't stomach the crowds as much as I used to, for sure. Being sober, you're just like being in throngs of sweaty, pushing people. Like, been there, done that. The 519 Community Center here has a wonderful park. They close it off. They put a stage. There's drag. It's during the day. I don't have to be high. I can just, have some beers, chat with friends. And because it's outdoors, the sound is never so much that you can't talk to people because you're outside. So you can just move away onto the grass and just chat around for a little bit. You know what I mean? So that there's that feeling. You can dance for a while. You can chat for a while. There's more of a focus on friends. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, why not give her a like? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss a thing. And let me know down in the comments, how has Pride changed for you over the years? So part of the fun of the parties is all of the different themes, and with a theme obviously comes an outfit, and the outfits were crucial. Now in my 20s, every single party had a different outfit because of all the different themes, but they all had one thing in common, and that is that they were slutty. Much like Halloween, you can wear anything as long as it's slutty. The point was to look hot and to be on theme. You wanted to be desirable and slutty. That was basically it. It was not very practical. Sometimes it was uncomfortable. I remember one Hollywood-themed party. We had these feather boas, and we were dancing, but it was so sweaty, and the feathers were coming out of the boa, and they were sticking to our skin, and feathers have like a pointy, it's a feather, right? It's got like a stick, and it's like poking our skin, and we were like, ow, ow, and you're like high, so you're extra sensitive, and we were covered in feather. We looked like deranged big birds. A bad idea, but going with the theme. So sometimes it was uncomfortable, sometimes it was not practical. Now, in my 40s, that's changed a little bit, because in your 40s, you don't have your 20-year-old body anymore. Things are changing. You have parts you want to highlight, and you have parts you need to camouflage, so you keep that in mind. Comfort is also more important. What are you wearing on your feet? Because you are going to be on your feet for a long time, and you could be dancing. What is the sun doing? I am wearing SPF these days. Sunglasses, a hat, an umbrella, under a tree, under an awning. Like, gone are the days when I would bake my skin in the sun. I avoid that as much as I can. My skin is more sensitive now, and it doesn't take the sun like it used to, so I'm not going to be the one baking out in the sun sans sunscreen. You got your sunscreen, you got your cozy shoes. You still want to be sexy. You still want to be trendy and in the theme. You can do that, but in your 40s, you're taking other things into account as well. There are so many things to do. I mean, like, Pride used to just be like the weekend, then it was a week, now it's a month. You cannot possibly do everything, all of the parties. It's not possible. That's a problem, especially if you have FOMO. Fear of missing out. I have never been somebody who was majorly had FOMO, but I find when I was younger, I had it a little bit more. So I think as a younger person, you have a little bit more FOMO because you haven't experienced as much, and you want to see and do everything. So I did not want to miss a thing. I wanted to go to all the parties. I wanted to be on every dance floor. In fact, the meeting place for us at these parties was under the disco ball, which, I mean, the disco ball was always in the middle of the dance floor, so that was the point, that we were just always in the middle of it. I don't know how I'm alive. In your 40s, you have been to enough parties, you've done the parade, you've done the beer gardens, you've been to people's barbecues, you've done this, you've done that. You've done the spectrum of Pride things to do. Not that you're giving up, not that you might as well stay home, it's all the same, but there is a thread, a commonality to all of the parties, no matter which part of the world you're in. I mean, the feeling is very similar. And if we're just going by feelings, well, in your 40s, you pick and choose a lot more easily because you've been there and you've done that. One of my very favorite songs is from Peggy Lee, Is That All There Is? I'm going to link it down below. You need to check it out. It's so good. Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. Basically, she's saying, I've seen it. And guys, if that's all it is, we got nothing to worry about. Let's party. And that's kind of like what being in your 40s is. You've seen and done enough that you're like, guys, it's okay. Like, there's nothing to stress about. There's nothing to worry about. Let's just enjoy. And with the city flooding with gays from basically everywhere, your young body is teeming with hormones and you're hopped up on some drug or another. Prioritizing sex was a decision that was kind of made for you already in your 20s. So in my 20s, it was kind of like an unwritten, unspoken rule, or it's just understood that when we go to these parties, if you find somebody you like, that you're going to disappear at some point. It was a possibility, and with me personally, it happened a lot. So, I would be like, okay, I'm going to go fill up my water bottle, because they sold water bottles that were so expensive to buy the water bottle from the bartender, so you would just keep your water and then go to the bathroom and fill it up with the tap water, which was really disgusting. And sometimes the venue would turn off the cold water, so it would just be hot water, and you'd be filling up your bottle with hot water, and that would stop people from drinking, and then they would like pass out and go to the hospital. It was a mess. Mostly they had the cold water on, so I would say, hey, I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle, and then bop away, and of course get distracted on the way. So I would find somebody, on the dance floor or standing in line for the bathroom or whatever, and then just disappear for the rest of the night. Because hooking up and sex and meeting people was top priority when you're in your 20s. That is kind of the main reason you're going out. Yes, your friends are there. You like spending time with your friends. Yes, it's your favorite DJ. You like the music. But kind of above all of that is the potential and the hope to hook up. I have been to enough parties and hooked up with enough people, whether at the venue or later at the bathhouse or at their place or at the hotel or, on the roof of the building or on the beach or by the pool. I can now look at a situation and be like, extrapolate it forward and see where it's going and decide, hey, Patrick, is it worth you going with this person to their hotel, that person you don't know, to an unknown location, the hotel, will it even be good, etc. Or you're here at this venue with your friends you haven't seen in a while, you're enjoying the music, you're feeling good, you're having a nice time, and you're making memories with your friends. There's a decision to be made, and more, I'm deciding to stick with my friends. I didn't make decisions like that in my 20s. I'm making decisions like that in my 40s. I want to spend time with my friends. I want to make memories with my friends. That is more important than some random hooks. In conclusion, change, is it good or is it bad? It's neither, isn't it? It's just change. And like everything else in life, it's your perspective on the whole thing that matters. You can spend your time focusing on what you can't do anymore, or you can focus on enjoying those things that you want to do now that you didn't do before. You can sit there and pine after the body that you once had, or you can appreciate and love how your body has brought you this far in life. It's your vehicle, and it's still running, so show it some love. Hold on to the memories of your prides gone by. Hold that close to your heart with the awareness that you have different priorities now. And that's how it should be. Imagine you were that same person doing the same things in exactly the same way. No growth, no change. Well, I think we all probably know somebody on the periphery of our life that is like that, and we kind of secretly make fun of them, don't we? So whether you're dancing on a pride float, socializing at a beer garden, or having a relaxing pride barbecue in your backyard with some of your friends, the diverse ways in which we celebrate mirror the diversity of the community. And that is a beautiful thing, just like being over 40. Supporting my channel is easy. One way you can do that is by becoming a patron. Patrons of my channel get advanced access to episodes, behind-the-scenes content, and monthly video chats with me. And for a deeper dive, why not sign up for my newsletter? It's absolutely free and chock full of fun discounts for you to enjoy. For all the ways you can support, head on over to patrickmarano.com. The link is in the description below. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah!